sorry. Beerus isn't as strong as I think he is.
Come over here. Dude.
And nobody knows how strong Beerus is.
Are you actually serious?
Goku can pretty much beat him now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Ultra Instinct is pretty good.
You actually did.
It's implied that Jiren's the mortal that's stronger than Beerus, but it's also implied that Beerus is one of the strongest, if not the strongest god of destruction. Although we don't really know how the Hakai works.
Most people consider him to now be the strongest.
Jump. Oh my god. Go over here. Go over here. Go over there.
But,
oh my fucking god.
In this fight, if we're just taking base Superman versus base Blue Marvel, Blue Marvel would win. But if it was Kingdom Come Superman or Superman 1 million, Blue Marvel would get destroyed.
Yeah?
He would get so wrecked.
I don't remember where I put my phone. Oh.
What? Oh.
They're making another Resident Evil game or something?
Okay, then that was first.
You got?
It's probably back here.
I just kept hearing this weird noise. You hear it too, right?
It's coming from over there.
Oh. Well, Duper's not here.
Duper's on. Oh. What?
Duper's upstairs.
Yeah. Maybe the washing machine is on or whatever. I didn't even need to do it in the first place.
They're adding Bunny Bulma to Dragon Ball Legends. I'm like slightly excited, but at the same time slightly disgusted that they would do this. Because they're also adding 2 other new characters. They're adding Brienne's troop. I don't remember what their names are because they're so forgettable because nobody likes Universe 2 because they're super boring. Alright, Jacob, here's a question for you. I'm sure you don't know enough about this. Who would win a fight between Sailor Moon and Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
I'll have you know that at her strongest, Sailor Cosmos is, I think, not Galaxy.
Sailor Moon, not...
Well, Sailor Cosmos is a variant of Sailor Moon.
Nope.
It's her final transformation.
We're talking about base forms.
We're talking about base forms?
Yes.
Man, why are we making that rule now?
I said that the last session we did.
Then why were we talking about Ichigo versus Metal Bat and then Ichigo's transformations?
No, because I specified said, what does Ichigo have transformations? And then we talked about
I always assume transformations are included into the fight because it's a fight.
Base forms. Base forms, Wonder Woman would whoop her ass. Wonder Woman can stop Darkseid's Omega Beams.
Everyone can stop Darkseid's Omega Beams.
No, they can't.
Because Batman can survive it.
No, Batman
dodged it, right?
Dodged it.
Yeah, Batman can dodge it.
And Batman was super lucky that he was near a parademon. And the parademon...
What is that?
It's one of the things that... One of the soldiers of Darkseid.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
He jumped on top of a parademon and then rolled at the last second, and then the laser beam hit the parademon, stopping the beam. The beam will lock on to whoever is shot at, but it'll keep going until it hits something. So Batman tricked the beam into hitting the parademon, not him.
Man, like, you always bring up Darkseid, but like,
if it had hit Batman, goodbye Batman.
You always bring up Darkseid, but like, I don't think he's as impressive as everyone says he is because of how easily, like...
It took the entire Justice League to take him out.
Okay. I still don't think he's, like, super impressive. Just because of how many people can, like, outwit, like, his attacks.
Like I said, he also has a planet the size of an entire solar system under his control.
I know. I know how strong Darkseid is.
Although, I have to tell you, though, that I'm pretty sure Thanos would whoop Darkseid's ass.
With the Infinity Gauntlet?
With or without it.
With or without? Ooh, I don't know about that one.
I'm pretty sure Thanos would whoop his ass.
Depends on which incarnation of Thanos. There's a future Thanos who has the powers of the Infinity Gauntlet without the Gauntlet, so he can add the Gauntlet on top of that.
Is this a hub world?
No.
Oh yeah, this is a level. You can tell because the timer's at the top. So wait, if we assume all fights are in base form, if we talk about Batman, are you assuming are we giving him prep time too? Or are we just giving base Batman?
Does he? So the thing about Batman, if it exists in Batman's universe, he's already figured out a way to take them out.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about other characters that are not in Batman's universe,
what are you giving him?
Then
prep
he has
time?
zero prep time.
Zero prep time.
So, but he's a very on-the-go thinker. He has gadgets with him to deal with tons of situations. When he in one of the movies when he first met, if you don't take into account that he already knew about a little bit about Superman, he tried out all his gadgets on Superman, and the only one that sort of worked was the hearing thing. He tried overwhelming his hearing.
Oh.
And that kind of worked until he walked over and just stepped on the gadget.
Yeah.
But so who are you thinking to put him up against?
Nah, I was just curious because we talked about Batman yesterday, so I was curious.
Let's talk about people. Let's choose someone who Batman could have a chance of beating. That's sort of similar to him.
Sort of similar. Could have a chance.
Okay, here we go.
Moon Knight.
Batman versus Daredevil.
Batman.
Yeah.
Daredevil has just his weakness is so exploitable.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to know it. You'll know, like, because Batman. It's the same reason with the death battle between Nightwing versus Daredevil. He's like a master detective. It would be no problem for him to figure out that Daredevil is blind and that his hearing is enhanced.
Well, Daredevil isn't blind.
Well, he can't see.
He's legally blind. He can. When he look, they show in the show. They show what he kind of sees, and he kind of sees like glowy outlines of people.
Well, yeah, he uses sonar basically.
That, and he can still technically see out of his eyes.
Are you talking about the comics, or are you talking about the show?
I'm talking about the show. In part of the show, they show that he can kind of see with his eyes, but it kind of looks like
night vision.
Like those mop buckets that janitors walk around with.
Yeah.
And you ever look in, it's just he's kind of like dirty,
yeah,
kind
of
murky. Dirtyish water.
It's always murky.
It's kind of. He says it kind of shows like that, but he can see outlines of people through it.
Okay.
but he uses a combination of that and...
He relies mostly on the sound.
Yeah, he relies mostly on
his other
sound
senses.
and other senses, but he can see it. But when you see his mask, he obviously doesn't use his eyes when he's fighting.
Yeah, it's very obvious to tell that he does not use his eyes that much.
And do you know...
And just like it's Batman. You think he's not going to carry, like, ultrasound?
Yeah, he does.
He carries ultrasound batarangs, like...
Yeah, that's what he used when he was testing Superman.
It's like... I'm sorry.
One thing I learned, do you know why blind people still wear, like, sunglasses?
Why?
Because their eyes can still get damaged and infected.
That sucks.
So...
They go through enough. They don't need that.
Yeah, they really don't.
Yeah. So that's why they still have to wear, like, sunglasses and stuff.
Yeah.
And I hear, like, eye infections are, like, the worst things you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of my, like, some of my worst fears are, like, anything happening to my eyes.
That's reasonable.
Because, like,
Think about me. I'm close to being pre-diabetic, and then as a diabetic, I can lose my foot, my legs, and my eyes.
I know someone who's diabetic.
My mother's diabetic.
Through genetics, though. So type 2? Type 1?
I forget.
Yeah, I think type 2.
Just diabetic.
What about you? Do you know someone who's diabetic?
I think so. I don't want to, like, assume anything.
I can tell you off camera. If you're thinking who I think you're thinking.
You know, one of our bosses at work.
Yeah, which one?
Oh,
have I met them yet?
Yes. He's one of the supervisors.
Ah.
Not, Shaun. Oh, they'll know it, but...
Oh. That one?
It's Sean.
Oh, cool.
They can't look it up. They won't figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean's diabetic. You'll see him hold on the side. He has, like, it kind of looks like an iPod device connected to him, and you'll also wherever he's working, you'll see juice boxes nearby.
Man, almost died. Man, I can't believe you gave me such an easy fight for Batman.
Okay,
I'd say Batman versus Iron Fist, but I still think Batman would win that one too.
Yeah.
Just because of their extensive knowledge on the human body.
Now, does Iron Fist get any of his energy stuff?
Well, we'd assume so. He does that manually. Like it's like chi.
Because Batman has gone up against people with energy stuff before, and has been just fine.
Yeah. And they're not like anything super flashy. They're like punches. But Batman, I don't really know too much about Iron Fist.
Batman is considered
one of the best fighters in
DC. Universe. The only person who is
better is like Deathstroke, right?
No.
Or
Lady Shiva.
Oh yeah.
Is considered to be much better than. Well, Lady Shiva. Batman has fought to a draw with Lady Shiva.
Oh. But like,
so you always see in the animations and cartoons that they always look like they fight like shit.
Yeah.
But in the comics, they're always fighting at their top game, and